Hi everyone! Welcome to the first video of my new channel, Restarting PD. As you can see, Polo Drive PD is right behind me, and there's two others out there that might show up, but we can talk about them at a later date. Anyway, welcome to the very first video, and as I talk about what the plan is for this channel, I'm also going to attach a part of the video of my very first ride on Polo, and it's very boring, but at this stage in his training, boring is an excellent thing. So anyway, take a look. So the reason for this video is just to give you an idea of what the channel will be about, what kind of things we will cover, and what kind of things just really won't ever be here. I say that Polo is a new horse, but he's actually been with me since May of 2025. He's a 3-year-old off-the-track thoroughbred gelding, or I guess he's a rising 4-year-old since his actual 4th birthday is in March. He only raced twice before his connections decided he was not going to be racehorse material. As you can see if you're watching the video, he is in no hurry to get anywhere fast. Ever. He is so chill. Once his owners realized he was not going to be a great racehorse or even an okay racehorse, they sent him to New Vocations in Lexington, Kentucky, and that is where I got him. Last May, I drove down to Kentucky with an empty trailer, and I looked at several horses along the way at several different barns, all really nice horses. But at the end of the day, I was so impressed with New Vocations and their adoption program that I ended up signing the adoption contract, writing a check, and loading him on the trailer, bringing him home by the end of the weekend. I think I got home early on Sunday. So, yeah, the process was so easy and helpful, and it it really is just a great program. So if you're interested in adopting either an off the track thoroughbred or standard bred, check out New Vocations, and I will put their link in the description down below. Okay, so let's get into why I wanted to start this channel in the first place. So the channel is Restarting PD. Now, obviously, Polo Drive is the main character of this channel. So PD, and he's a thoroughbred. I'm restarting him, restarting PD. But also, my name is Puri Day, also PD. And in a sense, I'm also kind of restarting myself. Um, I feel like I really want to start living life a little bit more and stepping out of my comfort zone, trying new things, and just putting myself out there. So I consider this channel to be obviously a growth between me and Polo, but also just an experiment to see what happens if I try new things and just get out there. So it's a fresh start for me, PD, as well as Polo Drive, PD. So, yeah, the name, Restarting PD. Sure, it might be a little corny, but to be honest, Polo and myself, we're pretty corny too, so the name seemed fitting. So the first reason for starting the channel is simply because I've always wanted to try it out. After all, it really is, I mean, I'm on YouTube all the time. It's my main source of learning and entertainment. So I figured, why not give it a shot? I couldn't really find any reason not to try it. So here I am. At this stage of my life, I really want to stop being so hesitant and say yes more and just experiment with new things, learn new things. So even if this YouTube experiment fails, whatever that means, at least I'll learn something and say that I gave it a shot. So yeah, that's one reason I'm doing this. The second reason is pretty obvious. So, with a new horse, I want to document everything. I want to document all of our progress, the ups and the downs, and how cool will it be to look back and say a year and see how far we've come. I think that, yeah, that'll be pretty cool. So, although I've had some experience with young horses in the past, it's been many years and I'm definitely rusty. So, basically, Polo and I will be learning together as we continue on with our journey. It's been several years since I've been able to work on my riding goals. I had some pretty limiting injuries, I would say. I shattered my elbow tripping on a stupid walnut, and I had 4 surgeries, and it took me about 3 years to really be able to use my arm very well. It's still not 100%, but it's good enough, and I can ride now, so that's a great thing. But during that time, I also had to put my long-time eventing horse down, and my other 2 horses are completely retired and not even rideable at all. So I had to kind of put my goals on hold at that point. But I have been lucky over the last couple of years to have some other horses to sit on. And, so I had some time in the saddle, but it really wasn't anything more than just light hacks, no goals, no real purpose. So I'm super excited to have Polo in my life and get back to working towards my goals. And I do have quite a few of them. So the channel will definitely involve going to lessons, clinics, hopefully some schooling shows this year. Um, yeah, there's a lot of things that I hope to be able to get out to. And of course, I will bring you along with me. So right now it is winter and Polo is not yet 4. So basically we'll be doing some really boring things around the farm for the next couple of months until it warms up and he grows up just a little bit more. But I did want to show everyone the day to day, behind the scenes, kind of just boring work that very few channels focus on. But it's not flashy, it's not exciting. Hopefully, honestly, with a young horse, hopefully it's not too exciting, but it is so important. And if you want to develop a strong relationship with your horse, the more time that you can spend just doing boring stuff, the better. It'll pay off in the long run for sure. So, moving on to the third reason, and possibly kind of the most important reason that I wanted to start this channel, is community. I would love to be able to build a community of like minded people and just have a place that we can share. And, hopefully, I can have an active audience that will comment and let us keep up with their progress, their successes, their not so great moments, and sharing their goals with them. That that's just something that really appeals to me about YouTube. So that is probably the biggest reason that I want to start this channel, because the truth is I could just video everything with me and Polo and look back at it later myself and see the progress. But I thought this might be more fun to have a group and give each other support and commiserate. I also want to show others that you don't have to be an expert to train horses. I am seriously just your ordinary, average adult amateur of a certain age who wants to see how far I can progress with my young horse. And, I have a job, I have this farm, I have 3 horses to take care of. And my husband, he's very supportive, but he works a lot and he's not horsey. So I'm alone at home a lot doing my own horsey things. And truthfully, it gets a little boring and lonely. And it's really easy to lose motivation. And, there's no accountability. So hopefully, putting a weekly video out, I will have a means of holding myself accountable. And one last reason why I wanted to start this channel was to help advocate for thoroughbreds because they often get such a bad rap for being hot and crazy and wild. In my experience, there are so many that are not even close to that. So I don't know if you probably can't still see them. Nope, they're not there. But the thoroughbreds that I've had, and I've had thoroughbreds for the past coming up on 20 years, and none of them have been out of control or stereotypical thoroughbreds. Sure, they have strong personalities and they are a little more go than woe usually, but they're so smart and they're so curious and athletic and they have so much heart and they want to do a good job and they like having a job. So, if you're new to the breed, don't let them scare you away. I promise you, like I said, I am a complete amateur and I have brought along a few thoroughbreds now and I just love them to death. So, anyway, that's my 2 cents on thoroughbreds. As a matter of fact, at some point later this year, we might even take this channel to the track and show you the process from buying one straight off the track, going through the pre-purchase, and doing all the things after you bring it home from day one. Fingers crossed. I also just wanted to comment on what this channel will not be. Like I said, I'm not an expert, so I will not be offering training advice or trying to sell you some kind of training system. That's just not what we are going to be doing here. So, this is all about just doing the ups and downs of day to day training. I will be honest with you, I will share all of the ups and downs. And, there will be times when things are going well, and there will be plenty of times when I feel like we're not making any progress at all. But I plan to share all of that with you. So, hopefully, if you want to join the journey, come along. And like I said, let's build a community. I would love to hear about you and your whatever your goals are, whatever your situation is in the comments below. And yeah, happy to have you here. Let's do this. Thanks for watching, and I will put out another video next week. Bye.